Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's story is not just about wrestling, it's about history in the making. Imagine this: John Cena, one of the most iconic figures in the history of WWE, stepping into the ring in Indianapolis for one of his final battles. That alone is enough to electrify an arena, but when his opponent is none other than Brock Lesnar, the Beast incarnate, you know this isn't just a match. This is a collision of legacies. This is Wrestlepalooza. And if you thought WWE was done surprising the world, think again. Because this event marks the beginning of a brand new era, the first premium live event under WWE's blockbuster partnership with ESPN. Now, why does this matter? Because starting late 2025, WWE's biggest shows, from WrestleMania to SummerSlam and even the Royal Rumble, will no longer just be pay-per-view spectacles tucked away for the hardcore fans. They're coming straight to ESPN's direct-to-consumer streaming platform, placing professional wrestling right at the heart of mainstream American sports. And Wrestlepalooza in Indianapolis is the launchpad. This isn't only about a night of fighting. It's about WWE stepping onto a global stage in a whole new way. Think about the timing. September 20th, Indianapolis. The energy of a packed arena. The buzz of fans knowing they are part of something historic. Cena versus Lesnar is already enough to guarantee fireworks, but this event is being framed as a moment of transition. The old guard passing the torch, the spectacle of wrestling transforming into something bigger, something even more accessible, something stitched right into the sports culture of America. But let's pause and ask, what does it mean when John Cena says he's retiring at the end of this year? For 2 decades, he's been the face of hustle, loyalty, and respect. He's the man who transcended the ring, becoming a Hollywood star, a philanthropist, a role model. And now he is entering the last stretch of his career, delivering a farewell on one of wrestling's grandest stages. When you mix nostalgia with competition, you get raw emotion. That's why fans around the world are flocking to Indianapolis. They don't just want to watch a fight, they want to witness the end of an era. But then you add Brock Lesnar to the equation. The Beast, the Conqueror, the man who ended The Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania. A man who has dominated across sports, from UFC to WWE, and always leaves destruction in his wake. This isn't just another opponent for Cena, it's perhaps his most dangerous farewell gift. The storyline writes itself. A hero closing his career, facing the most brutal test of them all. The question on every fan's mind is simple. Can John Cena's legacy survive Brock Lesnar one last time? And just when you think you know the answer, WWE throws another curveball. Wrestlepalooza isn't just a big fight night. It's a full lineup stacked with marquee matches and surprises that the WWE is famous for. Every premium live event is designed to make history, but this one carries the added pressure of being the first under the ESPN deal. That means more eyes, more expectations, and more reason for the company to deliver something unforgettable. Don't be surprised if legends return, if shock victories rewrite storylines, and if Wrestlepalooza becomes one of those events people still talk about 10 years down the road. And here's where the magnitude sinks in. This isn't just about wrestling anymore. By moving its biggest events exclusively to ESPN's streaming platform, WWE is placing itself shoulder to shoulder with the NFL, the NBA, and Major League Baseball. It's saying loud and clear, professional wrestling is not just entertainment. It is sport, it is culture, and it deserves the same spotlight as America's biggest games. Wrestlepalooza is more than Cena versus Lesnar. It's WWE telling the world, we belong at the very top. So let's talk logistics, because fans everywhere are asking the same question. How do I watch Wrestlepalooza? Tickets have been snapped up quickly for Indianapolis, but thanks to the ESPN partnership, the event will also be accessible on the new streaming service. For now, coverage will extend across WWE's platforms, but make no mistake, the ESPN era is here, and this is your preview. Starting late next year, everything changes. WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, all will be broadcast on ESPN's direct-to-consumer hub, reshaping how fans engage with the brand. Imagine flipping through your sports feed and seeing John Cena next to Tom Brady highlights, or a Lesnar suplex alongside NBA buzzer beaters. That's the vision. And let's circle back to Indianapolis, because there's something poetic about this city hosting the launch. Indianapolis has a rich tradition of sports, from the Indy 500 to the Colts, and now it adds another feather in its cap, the place where wrestling entered a bold new chapter. The arena will be packed with fans wearing Cena merch, Lesnar shirts, and everything in between, but also with curious sports fans who might be tuning in for the first time because ESPN put it on their radar. For WWE, that's gold. For fans, it's history. Picture the scene. The lights go down, the music hits, the crowd roars, and John Cena walks out. Maybe for the last time in Indianapolis, he raises his hand, salutes the crowd, and you realize you are watching the end of a career that defined an entire era. Then Lesnar's music hits. The beast storms to the ring, the tension rises, and suddenly it doesn't matter if you've been watching wrestling for 20 years or 20 minutes. You're hooked. That's the power of storytelling. That's the magic of WWE. And that's why Wrestlepalooza is not just another show. It's a cultural moment. And let's not forget, every time WWE delivers an event like this, there are ripple effects across the industry. What happens if Cena loses? Does that cement Lesnar's dominance and open the door for a new generation to rise? Or does Cena shock the world, defying the odds one last time, giving fans a fairy tale ending before he hangs up his boots? Either way, the outcome will be remembered, debated, and celebrated for years to come. So, whether you're in Indianapolis or streaming from home, Wrestlepalooza is where past meets future, where legends clash, and where WWE makes a statement to the entire sports world. Cena versus Lesnar. History versus brutality. Retirement versus dominance. And wrapped around it all is the launch of a new chapter with ESPN that could redefine how we see professional wrestling forever. Mark your calendars, set your alarms, and get ready. Because September 20th in Indianapolis isn't just another Saturday night. It's the night wrestling history is written, the night legacies collide, and the night WWE shows the world that it belongs at the center of the sports conversation. Wrestlepalooza is here, and you do not want to miss it.